Moving on to our next segment, standout
Pow!
moment of the week, our favorite panel or page. My God, we're gonna show some art on our screen. We're gonna talk
What?
about it. I know it's
You can
crazy.
they can perceive us visually?
Not to mention we don't own the art, so why are we getting? Why do we even get to do this? We should be arrested.
We should be arrested and thrown in steampunk jail,
Oh my God, go listen to the
which is
podcast
which is
to
just
get
a
that joke if you're watching this. If you're not watching this and you are listening, like a good listener, go to the AIPT Comics podcast post on AIPTcomics.com to see the art that we're about to talk about. Chris, what is your favorite panel or page of the week?
we were just talking about the Absolute Batman annual from this week,
Mhm.
and I wanted to pick my favorite issue.
Yeah.
Uh Obviously I grappled with the idea of maybe we should show the white supremacist getting his elbow broken.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should show the white supremacist taking the one-winged angel, which is
I
the
didn't know
wrestling
what that
move.
was.
That's a
Yeah.
one-winged angel, David.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look it
Which
up.
wrestler does that? Is that a wrestler specific wrestler's move?
Kenny Omega.
Whoa, you
Look
were
it
quick
up.
with that. Quick with that.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I just love this because, like, at the end of the day, what I
Hmm.
think that Daniel Warren Johnson does more than kind of these big controversial images, this extreme violence, is like he uses his style, he uses his storytelling to tell something kind of really personal and intimate. And so, like, what this story basically is like, I think Batman sees kind of what he's capable of, what he'd
Mm.
like to do to people, what he could easily do to people, and no one could stop him. Um, and how maybe he should sort of rethink that, and how taking a new approach, having a new understanding, being patient, like pulling back when he all he wants to do is hurt people, is a better kind of way to honor the kind of legacy of his father, who was a man who gave people second chances and like believed in people and like was a teacher, not just in his job but like wanted to sort of make people better. And I think that that's, a lesson that this Batman takes to heart. And I just love kind of the idea of using the scale of this giant machine that he starts using as his personal Batmobile. This to
Yeah.
me feels like the smallest, most kind
Mm.
of delicate that Batman has been in this entire kind of Absolute Batman
Yeah.
run so far. And I just love that moment of like showing that for the imposing figure that he is, like he's still just a dude who's grappling with stuff and like
Hmm.
dealing with trauma, dealing with regret, and he's just trying to like work through it the best he can. And like it's just such a great final image of almost like kind of peaceful, almost serene in a way, given
Mm.
all the kind of bloodshed, and it just
Yeah. And
works. It just
fire.
like, yeah, it took my breath away when I saw it, and it had to be the thing that stood out to me in a really, really like huge issue.
Yeah, it's a panel that you just don't see every day, right? I
Yeah.
mean, so much focus on the truck. I could see an editor 20 years ago be like, "We need to see
Yeah,
Batman's
give me a
logo at
close up.
least."
Yeah. Nope.
No, yeah, showing how small he feels in this moment is a key element of the
Is
story, and
so so perfect.
it's the last page too.
Hmm.
My favorite double page splash is probably as serious as yours.
Absolutely.
It's from
Really,
Robowolf number 2 by Jake Smith, who you interviewed
I
about this
did.
book. This is a ridiculous book, and I gave it a 9 out of 10, and that's ridiculous that I
As you
did.
should. Yeah.
This book has people saying stuff like, "Why did you do that to me just now? That's not what a friend would do." And it's just like, oh my Lord. But as you can see in this panel, the art, or sorry, double page splash, the art is stunningly detailed. It's very much Jake's style as well. This isn't just like conventional comic book art. But look at all the things going on. I mean, just look at the sound effect in the background here that's zipping by because it's doing the chainsaw sound behind everything, adding like depth of field to the entire page. Meanwhile, there are guts flying, and of course they're pink. It's not red, so you can.
There has to be. Yeah.
It's not quite as violent as it could be. Uh, Look how joyous the girl is in the bottom who he's saving. Like it's just over the top. The guy has chainsaw arms. Like, come on. But I can't imagine how long this took him. He must have taken him 2 weeks to draw this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, props to him. This is quite something. And the whole book is beautifully drawn. There isn't a bad panel in there. And the book is ridiculous and over the top. You should check it out if you like 80s schlock action.
Yeah, when I talked to him, we talked about a lot about kind of 80s action movies and just kind of like the schlockiness of it all. And I think that that's a thing that like really spoke to him kind of aesthetically. And it's like
Mm.
you can have something that looks really over the top, but that is also kind of fun and silly. And so I think he strikes a really good balance. And like this is such a great page of like if you want to understand this book and how Jake kind of approaches comics and the way that he views kind of distilling in inspirations and like doing something cool. This is such an awesome page.